Hi everyone, in this video tutorial I want to share with you all of the new changes and improvements with version 4.062 of Leonard. But before I begin, I actually want to run through a quick tutorial on how to actually change the extension from the old one to the new one. Unfortunately, until we launch our software version, we will continue to use this process, but we've made it easier for you today. So the first thing you need to do is right-click on the extension icon and then click Remove from Chrome. This will come up with a pop-up. You click Remove, and it will take you to an uninstall page, which you don't have to worry about. What you need to do then is go to our downloads page, meetleonard.com/download, to find the latest version. There is a video tutorial here, but I'm just showing it to you right now. What you do is you click on here, click here to download. It will download the folder somewhere in your hard drive. And I already have it downloaded, but I'll download it again for the purposes of this tutorial. You can find it that it's probably gone to your downloads folder. You would select what folder it goes to, but wherever you find it, it'll be. It's a compressed file, and then what you need to do is double click on that file, and it'll uncompress it, and it'll give you a Leonard folder. This Leonard folder must remain in your hard drive, and what we recommend is to place it somewhere you can easily find it. In our case, we recommend maybe the documents folder. So we will just drag it in there. And what normally happens is that's the folder that it was before. So it will ask you to replace it, and you just replace it and all the files will be gone. From that point, you begin the installation process, which is click on the three dots on the far right, then go to More Tools, then Extensions. When you get to extensions, the first thing you need to choose is developer mode. You have to activate that, and it'll give you 3 new buttons. You click on Load Unpacked, and you then search for the folder in which Leonard was in. Please make sure you choose the Leonard folder and not the subfolders, because otherwise it won't work. But then when you click Select, it would automatically install it. It will take you to a success page like this one, and you will see that it's actually installed. After that, what we would recommend users is that you disable the developer mode, just so you don't get some of the funny notifications you're getting. And now you're fully up to date, so you're good to go. So let's begin and explain to you what are the latest features available on Leonard. The first one is something that is being requested quite a bit, and we just wanted to make it available on this version. Number one is the ability to edit your templates before they go out. So what we do here is we select a template. Let's say we want to connect with a bunch of people. And now you actually be able to see the template that you've created, and you can fully edit it before it actually goes out. So if there was a change that you wanted to make, or you just wanted to know what the actual script is before you actually send it, because you set it up months ago, you now have the ability to not only see it, but fully edit it and make any changes you want. Please note that changes to the template are only for the session. It is not going to save it in the templates. It is just an editing function that you have. And you'll also have that ability when you actually send the follow-up message as well. So now you have full visibility of what the script is, what the templates are, and you can make lots of different changes before you actually start the session. The second thing that you may have noticed is that we've got more personalization options. We now have city, state, and country as options, which have been requested by some of our users. And there may be more to come in the future. But right now, we've got a pretty good list of personalization options. But what we do recommend is that you test them by sending a message to a friend that you're going, or a colleague at work, so you can test all of these personalization options and to see exactly what comes at the other end. Some people have chosen different templates and created different scripts, and they weren't quite happy with the personalization options because they didn't know what actually was happening or coming out of the other end. So what we recommend is, find a friend, send them a message, and you'll be able to add all of the personalization options, and once the message is sent, you'll be able to see what comes out of the other end. Now, that's a feature that has been highly requested. The editing feature for the templates is also coming. It is coming soon to the message and email feature as well, but it's only available to the Connect feature at the moment. Another key thing that we've included in the Connect feature is something that people don't realize, is that the moment that you have 3,000 pending connection requests, LinkedIn automatically stops you from sending others, and you'll get a red unable to send connection request message when you're trying to send more. So when LinkedIn sees that you have 3,000 pending, they think you're a spammer, and they think, well, you don't know these people, therefore you're not allowed to send any more. So what we recommend is that you always have it lower than 3,000. So what we've done is, whenever Leonard is about to start a connection session, it would actually find out first how many connections pending you have. If you have more than 2,500, not 3,000, but 2,500, it will just not let you actually change or send any connection requests. We're trying to protect your account. We're trying to make sure that your account doesn't get restricted in any way, because if your restriction is excessive, it can go one step further. You can actually have LinkedIn block you and require you to add an email to the person you're trying to connect to prove that you know them, because you're not a spammer in that sense. So again, we're trying to protect your account, and we've created this new feature that will not allow you to send any more connection requests if you have over 2,500. In the case that you might have 2,500 or more, there will be like at the coffee break screen, and there will be a notification to withdraw some connection request. When you click on that, it will take you to the sent area of your connection request in the CRM. Now, that isn't happening for me because I don't have 2,500 pending, but it will take you here. And from here, you'll have the ability to bulk withdraw and so on and so forth. One of the things that people haven't yet activated, and we highly recommend, is the automatically withdrawing function, because if you do that, you can set the time in which you can automatically withdraw connection requests that have gone unanswered. And that's quite important, because you'll have that list always, at a manageable amount, and you won't get your account restricted. On that same note, we've just changed the location of the settings tab. We made it easy. We just kept it separate. And when you go to settings, one new setting that we've added is the ability to withdraw connection requests within 7 days and 14 days. Clients or users of Leonard that have a Sales Navigator account and an enterprise account can send up to 200 connection requests a day. So they can ramp up very quickly the volume if they got answered. So now that we've added these extra features for everybody, so if somebody hasn't responded to you in 7 days, you can withdraw it automatically, 14 days, and then the other options are still there available. Another thing that we've done is added new fields in the scanning feature. So now that we're able to add additional personalization, we can actually add additional things that we can include in the scan. So I'm just going to do a quick scan of 5 people here. Obviously, has skipped that person because I've chosen to skip it. It's actually downloading or scanning those 5 records. And once it's done, yep, thanks, Leonard. And the way you find it is by going to the Downloads tab in the CRM, and that's where you'll find it. So I'll quickly download it for you to show you what that file looks like and what the new fields look like. It's open in Excel. And as you can see, there are quite a few new options. So it's first name, last name, email and phone number, title, company, industry, city, state, and country, the headline, and their LinkedIn profile. Please note that email and phone number can only be downloaded for first-degree connections, and only for those people that are not a first-degree connection who have openly shared it. So doing a scan like I just did with people I'm not connected with, well, it's kind of irrelevant, because you're not going to get that important email and phone number. But if you're trying to scan your existing contacts, you can. So that's new fields that are available in the CSV file. And most importantly, what we've done is we've made some significant improvements to the CRM. Now, this is an ongoing process. It's not going to end here. The tags now work very well. It wasn't working for all users properly. So you can add multiple tags at the same time. No problems at all. If you want to ever remove a tag, all you need to do is click on the tag and just remove the tag by clicking on it. And I'll just do that for you. And click Save, and you'll see that Roger will no longer have that that tag included. So it's quite an easy process. The alias now works. If there are some issues with yours, please let us know. We'll remotely connect to you and fix it for you. It's normally isolated cases, but there were enough people in this case that the alias wasn't working that we've decided to fix it. The skipping feature should function just as it does on the search pages. And one other thing that we've included that wasn't working well was this the messaging feature. So this is where you can send an individual message to people directly from there. So that's about it with regards to new features. The main purpose of this upgrade is really for bug fixes, in particular with regards to the follow-up messages that weren't going out to some of our users. And the reason why this has happened is because there has been a significant amount of changes that happened by LinkedIn that have caused some of these problems. And we've unfortunately, it's taken us a little longer to actually fix it. But I've got some great news to share with you right now. First of all, is that the way we're going to update this new version of Leonard would automatically update any bug fixes on its own in the background from this point forward every time you refresh your LinkedIn page. What does that mean? So let's say there's a new bug that we found and we fixed it. And instead of you going through the process of having to download a new version, well, every time you load Leonard and LinkedIn, it would automatically download it in the background for you. So all the bug fixes will not require any more downloads. The only time we will need a new download until we have our software version is when we have a new feature. And on that note, regarding the campaign feature, which is the next one in our roadmap, we have chosen to delay it by a couple of weeks. As I said, there has been significant changes to LinkedIn. We have had, and I'm happy to show you a couple just to show you, but this has caused some bugs in the system. And what we want to do is stabilize the current features that we have, make sure that they all function properly, fix them quickly, which you won't even notice that you would have to do any downloads of new versions because it would just automatically do it in the background. But the campaign feature has been delayed because we want to stabilize the code that we currently have, make sure that no new bugs that are known are still there when we launch campaign, because it's such an important feature. Some are so requested by so many users. The last thing we want to do is just release it, and then there's also two different bugs that we hadn't dealt with that will come up with it. So please bear with us. We appreciate your patience. We appreciate your support. And we hope that you continue to use Leonard as you are. And we hope that you appreciate these new features. But for now, that's all we have. And in the next installment, in the next video, will be all about campaign and how to use it. And if you have any questions at all, don't forget to email us at support@meetleonard.com, and we'll be happy to help. Have a good day.